I'm going to show you how to multiply fractions. I'm actually going to show you two different ways. The first way is the hardest way, and I do not recommend this procedure for doing the problems in class. However, I want to show you this procedure so that you will appreciate the shortcut that I will show you next. The basic procedure for multiplying fractions is you multiply the numerator straight across and you multiply the denominator straight across. Do not get a common denominator and do not cross multiply. Straight across the top, that's 24 times 70. Straight across the bottom, 35 times 27. Bear in mind, this is the difficult way to do it, but watch while I demonstrate. I've got to multiply 24 times 70. You'll be doing this without a calculator, so we need to do 24 times 70. Multiply that together. You're going to get 0, 0, put a 0 down, move over. 7 times 4 is 28, carry the 2. That's 14 plus 2, that's 16, 1,680. That's your numerator. 1,680 for the top. Now we have to multiply 35 times 27. And again, just quickly working this out. 35 times 27 equals 7 times 5 is 35, carry the 3, 7 times 3 is 21, plus 3 is 24, 0, 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 1, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7, add them, you've got 945. That's the denominator. Now, there's your answer, but you will not get credit for that on an arithmetic test because it is not reduced. And that's the problem. How are we going to reduce that? Well, quickly, what will we do? Now watch this because there's some useful things to learn, even though I will demonstrate the whole problem much easier in just a minute. You see, 1,680 has a 0 on the end, and 945 has a 5 on the end. You may remember that a number with a 0 or a 5 on the end can be divided by 5. So I've got to do long division, divide 1,680 by 5. Alright, scratch work here. 1,680 divided by 5. 5 into 16, 3. 15 here. 1 left over. Bring down the 8. That's going to be 3 more. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry the, subtract that. You've got 3. Bring down the 0. 5 into 36 times evenly. Alright, we have 336. That's my new numerator. So I have 1,680 over 945 is now equal to 336 over something. Now I've got to divide 945 by 5. Okay, over here, 945 divided by 5. 5 into 9, 1. 5 here. Subtract, that's 4. Bring down the 4. 5 into 45, 8 times. 5 times 8 is 40. Subtract, that's 4. Bring down the 5. 5 into 45 goes 9 times evenly. I'm doing this quickly. I've had lots of practice. I got 189 this time. So my fraction is now 336 over 189. That's still not reduced. How do I know? Well, here's a good trick. 3 plus 3 is 6, and 6 plus 6 is 12. The sum of the digits is 12, and 12 is divisible by 3. There's a trick that tells you if the whole number can be added up digit-wise, and the answer is divisible by 3, then the whole number is divisible by 3. 336 is divisible by 3. 189. 1 plus 8 is 9, and 9 plus the other 9 is 18. 18 is divisible by 3, so I can divide 189 by 3. So I've got to do long division again. Without showing the gory details, when I divide 336 by 3, I get 112. And when I divide 189 by 3, I get 63. And that's still not reduced. You ready to learn a different way to do it yet? 112 and 63 are both divisible by 7. Did you know that 112 is divisible by 7? I didn't either, but I divided it when I practiced this problem, and 112 divided by 7 is 16. You can do the long division for yourself if you like. The answer is 16 over 9. Look at how much space that problem took up using that particular method. We used a half a page of paper. Okay, here's a better way. Same problem, 24 over 35 times 70 over 27. Reduce it first. The numerators and denominators of these fractions are already reduced to lowest terms. However, when you multiply, you can reduce diagonals. That's very important to know. Only when you multiply can you do this. But when you multiply fractions, you can reduce the diagonals. Here's what we do. 24 is divisible by 3. 27 is divisible by 3. You know that from your multiplication tables. Divide 24 by 3. You get 8. Scratch out 24. Write 8. You are reducing fractions. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 27 divided by 3 is 9. Scratch out 27, write 9. 27 divided by 3. Now, the 35 and the 70, the other diagonals, those can be reduced also. 35 is divisible by 5, and so is 70. But that's not all. 35 is divisible by 7, and so is 70. Think of the biggest number these two things can be divided by. 35 is divisible by 35. Did you know that 70 is divisible by 35? 70 is 35 times 2. So I'm going to divide both numbers by 35. 35 divided by 35 is 1. 70 divided by 35 is 2. If you reduce first, then you multiply the easy numbers. 8 times 2, 16. 1 times 9 is 9. That's the answer we got a while ago. 16 over 9 is the product, and it is in lowest terms. Look at what we did before. All that work. And we can do it by canceling or reducing diagonals.